Okay, so our goal when we created this concept about a year ago was that we really wanted our members to have clean and healthy options that they could grab and go, and it would fit well in their crazy, busy lifestyle. And for people off the street as well, to just come in and be able to grab a healthy meal, healthy smoothie, a cup of coffee, whatever it is, and it can be quick and easy. So I'm here with Mackenzie, and she kind of runs this show. So we are going to take you through some of the things we have to offer. So we had a few stipulations that we wanted to hold true to when we came up with the idea of the grind. And the first one is that we didn't want to have any added sugars in anything that we offer here. So that is something that we feel really strongly about. No even honey, maple syrup, agave, no natural sweeteners, nothing that's going to spike blood sugar or insulin. Okay, so when we do sweeten things, we use natural sweeteners that don't spike blood sugar or insulin, that are stevia, monk fruit, truvia, which has erythritol in it, all natural ingredients that will not even affect someone on a ketogenic diet. So we wanted to hold true to that. Secondly, we wanted to base our smoothies on a very high quality protein. So we use a high quality whey. It's called Stronger, Faster, Healthier, pure whey. We have 3 different flavors. We have a chocolate, vanilla, and a churro, which is a cinnamon flavor. And those can be added to any flavor can go into any smoothie. But it is a grass-fed whey protein. And I really like a whey protein because it's the best for muscle protein synthesis. So it has a high amount of branched chain amino acids, or BCAAs, isoleucine, leucine, and valine. So these are really important for gaining and maintaining muscle mass. Secondly, it has a high level of bioavailability. So that just means that the protein is actually going to be absorbed and utilized in the body. The scale of bioavailability goes from 0 to 100, and whey protein is at 100. Okay, it has the highest bioavailability, where something like a plant-based protein, like pea or soy-based proteins, are at about 60. So you can have the same amount of protein, but only get a fraction of that utilized in your body. So that's why we like the whey protein opposed to a plant-based protein. The other reason a whey protein is going to be the best is because it has a complete profile of essential amino acids. So essential amino acids are just amino acids that our body cannot produce and we have to get through our diet. So there are 9 of those, and whey and animal-based proteins contain all 9. Okay, again, so really good for building muscle. Plant-based proteins don't have all 9 with them. So that's our first option. We prefer to put that in our shakes. Now, if you're sensitive to dairy or lactose, which a lot of people are, we have several different options. So one is going to be our collagen protein, and we use Vital Proteins, which is 100% grass-fed collagen. And collagen, while it's not a complete profile of essential amino acids the way whey is, it does have a lot of benefits for hair, skin, and nails, as well as gut health. It has a lot of the amino acid glycine, which is really good for that digestive lining, for our digestive tract. It's good for minimizing wrinkles and improving skin elasticity. And it also helps build the infrastructure of our muscles, so our tendons and ligaments and connective tissue. So lots of benefits there. This does not have a flavor, so when we do add this to a smoothie, we usually put monk fruit in as well, just to make it a little bit sweeter. But that is a great option. You can always add that to any smoothie. And then we're starting to carry a new protein, which is a combination of pea protein and pumpkin seed protein. So that makes a complete profile of amino acids with those 2 plant-based proteins. It's organic, it's gluten-free and dairy-free, and it's sweetened with monk fruit and stevia. So very clean. If you are avoiding dairy, that would be a really good option as well for the protein. So as well, we thought about taking out the sugars, getting a good quality protein. The other thing that we really wanted to base the grind around was ideal nutrients for fueling our members, okay, and fueling them post-workout specifically. So when we designed these shakes, we thought about the best macros based on each individual's goal, and that's how we develop the smoothies. We're going to talk to you about each individual smoothie. So what we need in that post-workout window, which is not just a half an hour, believe it or not, it can be up to an hour to 90 minutes, but it is important to get some protein and some carbohydrates in that window, especially if you are you're doing just a traditional diet, okay? So the protein is important because that's what's gonna help us and give us the amino acids that we need to build muscle mass, build and maintain our muscle, which is really important after a CrossFit or EvoFit style workout. The carbohydrates are important because they are what's gonna replenish our muscle glycogen. That's the storage form of sugar or glucose in our muscles, and that really helps with recovery from that workout. So proteins and carbs. Now the amount is different based on your goal. If you're someone whose primary goal is fat loss, then you are gonna wanna keep your carbohydrates slightly lower. So that's a range of about 20 to 30 grams post-workout. We can think about that as like a small to a medium sweet potato if we were gonna do it in whole food sources. But the shakes that supply that in addition to the protein that we need, which is gonna be about 25 to 50 grams, the low end being like the female athlete, the high end male athlete, are gonna be the three best here, are gonna be the post-training grind, the anytime grind, and the blueberry strudel grind. That's a mouthful. But Mackenzie, if you can just go through a little bit about what is in. Let's first go over the most popular, which is the post-training.
Yep, so the post-training, like Jess said, one of our most popular options, it's just almond milk. So most of our smoothie or grind options are based with almond milk. We have frozen banana, strawberries, peanut butter, and then your choice of the chocolate, vanilla, or churro protein. So that's our number one most popular. Can't go wrong with a strawberry banana smoothie. The next one, we'll go into the blueberry strudel. That one again is based with almond milk. It has blueberries, cauliflower, which you can't taste at all.
Frozen riced cauliflower.
Riced cauliflower, yep, so good. That one has almond butter, and we use churro protein in that one. So that's all the ingredients. That's a really good one. If you're keto, we can keep that low sugar for you as well, a little bit lower carb. So blueberry strudel, that is a good one.
The other one is the anytime.
Anytime. So that one is also based with almond milk. It has blueberry, strawberry, some frozen greens, so a blend of spinach and kale, and then frozen avocado in that one. So those are the fruit and veggie options, and then you get your choice with that one of the chocolate, vanilla, or the churro protein.
Yeah, and really the anytime grind as well as the blueberry strudel grind are perfectly keto friendly, especially if you're doing a targeted keto and you're having a few carbs around your workout. That little bit of fruit there is really good for helping replenish. Might get muscle glycogen stores and usually won't kick people out of ketosis. Now, if you're just starting a ketogenic diet, I would recommend the keto grind after your workout, but I would add a scoop of protein to that, because generally that doesn't come with a high protein option, but being in that post-workout window, it's always good to have, again, between about 25 to 50 grams of protein. And if you can just talk about what's in the keto grind.
Yeah, so keto grind, that's another really popular one for us. It has almond milk and heavy cream as the base. From there, it has frozen blueberries, just a little bit, that blend of spinach, kale, peanut butter, frozen avocado, and then it has MCT powder and stevia. And then again, if it's post-workout, you can add your choice of the chocolate, vanilla, or the churro protein. It gives it a nice little addition for flavor.
Yeah, and it's very filling too. That one's a really good meal as well. So those would be great options for anyone doing kind of a low carb or wanting to lose body fat. Now, if your primary goal is muscle gain, we need a few more carbs in that post-workout window. So proteins are kind of staying about the same and be equivalent to about 3 to 5 ounces of chicken if you were doing a real food source. But the carb content is now going to be 50 to 80 grams of carbs. So when we designed these smoothies, that's how we wanted to make those macros. So the best options there are going to be either the muscle gain grind, the name is appropriate there, or the Ganassi grind, which are very similar. Mackenzie, can you tell us what are in those?
For sure. So the muscle gain grind, we'll start with that one. That one has bananas, peanut butter, oats, and your choice of chocolate, vanilla, or churro protein. So that one's really good, a really good consistency.
Awesome. And what about the Ganassi?
The Ganassi grind, that one's very similar. It again has the banana, the peanut butter, the oats, and that one has strawberries in it as well. So it's really close to that muscle gain, just the addition of the strawberries into that. And then you get, again, your choice of chocolate, vanilla, or churro zero protein.
So yeah, again, something perfect for someone who's coming out of a hard workout, trying to gain muscle, replenishing those muscle glycogen stores, and giving yourself the amino acids that you need to do the protein building, muscle building. All right, so pre-workout, we do have a few options there as well. The first is our traditional option. We use the Progenics Force pre-workout to make that, okay? Because it really is a great pre-workout. It contains the 5 things that I think are very important to helping you have the best workout possible. The first is caffeine. So it's about 100 milligrams of caffeine. It's gonna give you a little bit of energy. Second, branched chain amino acids, those BCAAs that are responsible for muscle protein synthesis. You wanna have those around when you're going into your workout. Third is creatine, and creatine is a very important supplement. It's really powerful for those high power muscle contractions. So creating power, you wanna have the creatine, that phosphocreatine energy pathway. Next is beta-alanine. So this is something that helps with recovery between sets. It's gonna help you to be more efficient in your working interval in that workout. Nitric oxide is the next item, and that is a vasodilator. So it's gonna dilate those blood vessels, bringing more oxygenated blood to the muscles during the workout. So that makes for a great source of energy pre-workout. If you ever have a day when you're coming into the gym not feeling 100%, that will give you a boost to get through and have a really good workout. All right, my personal favorite thing here at the Grind is my pre-workout. And this is what I do. It's not necessarily on the menu, but Mackenzie knows it well. She can make it. It is a coffee-based drink. So you can do it hot or cold. As we're coming into the summer months, you may prefer to have it cold. But it's basically a cup of coffee, blended up with a scoop of whey protein. So that's gonna give us our branched chain amino acids. That's gonna give us what we need for muscle building. So a scoop there, about 24 grams of protein, and then a tablespoon of MCT oil. Okay, so again, MCT are medium chain triglycerides. They're processed differently than any other fat. They cannot be stored in our body. They go directly to the liver where they're converted to ketone bodies. So ketones provide a great clean source of fuel that's gonna power your muscles through any workout. So I really like to get that tablespoon of MCT before my workout. I would start slowly. If you've never done MCT oil before, start with half a tablespoon or even a teaspoon, and you can kind of work your way up, or it can cause some digestive distress. But basically you're gonna blend that up, whether it's in hot coffee or with iced coffee, and drink that about half an hour before, or even during your warm-up will give you a boost during your workout. So that's another pre-workout option. The other thing that's important for athletes as we get into the summer months and we are sweating more and more is electrolytes, especially if you're on a ketogenic or low-carb diet. What happens is when you're not taking in sugars and your insulin level is low, your kidneys stop retaining sodium, potassium, and magnesium, some really important electrolytes. Okay, so you can feel very fatigued, you can have a lot of muscle cramping, you can feel horrible in your workouts if you're not replenishing the electrolytes. And the best supplement around is the LMNT, or Element, and this is a product that was created by Rob Wolf and the founders of Keto Gains specifically for ketogenic athletes, okay? This is what we use in our electrolyte grind. It has a citrus flavor. Mackenzie blends it with ice. It's delicious. We even do it pre-bottled in the summertime. This has 1,000 milligrams of sodium, so a full gram of sodium in each grind that you get with it in. It also has 200 milligrams of potassium and 60 milligrams of magnesium. So really good for ketogenic or low carb athletes. We're also including on the menu another electrolyte grind that uses Ultima. Okay, so not quite as high in sodium if you're on a traditional or higher carb diet and you don't have that issue with retaining sodium, then you might go for just the Ultima electrolyte grind. That this is gonna have 55 milligrams of sodium compared to 1,000. Okay, so that's the difference there. This one we have in the watermelon flavor right now. So really important as we start sweating more. All right, Mackenzie, do you want to tell us about some of the non-shake items that we carry as well?
For sure. So we'll start with one of the newest things that we have. We'll start with, we have Epic oven baked pork rinds. So we have 2 different flavors here. I have the churro. I guess we like churro flavored things here.
Yes.
So cinnamon sugar. If you like that sweeter option, these pork rinds are awesome. I think one of the best ones that I've ever had. They're light and fluffy, sweet. So these ones are great. We also have the Himalayan pink salt as well, if you want that just salty, sweet flavor added into that. So and these are newer. Yep.
Yeah, think about this as such a better option than a potato chip. It's salty, it's crunchy, but we're talking 11 grams of protein per serving and very low carb. What is that, Mackenzie?
So there's 1 gram total,
Whereas potato chips are going to be very low protein and very high carb. So we really like that as a quick grab and go option. Talk about
Next we have Zevia. So these are awesome. The 2 flavors I'm showing you, Dr. Zevia. So that's similar to like a Dr. Pepper flavor. And then we have the ginger root beer, which is similar to a root beer flavor. We kind of change what flavors we get just to change it up for you guys. But these are a really awesome 0-calorie soda that they call it.
Sweetened with stevia, so no nasty aspartame or sulfame potassium there.
Yep. And then last, here we have 2 different options. These are carrot crust, pizza crust. So they come in a pack of 2. There's 2 in each pack that you get here. The first one, the circle one, is a paleo option, and then the second one here is a keto. So I'll tell you the ingredients here of the paleo crust. We have rice, cauliflower, garlic powder, egg, almond flour, and then tapioca flour. So 2 of them are in here. The instructions are right on the front. We like to post different ideas for you guys as well. I've seen people make like breakfast sandwiches and just get really creative with these crusts as well. So there's a lot of different ways you can use them. And then on the back as well are the macros. So if you're ever curious about that, that's something with everything we have. We like to keep those macros on everything if that's something that you follow. So that is the paleo crust, and then this one here, the rectangle, is the keto crust. So really popular. Again, there's 2 crusts per pack. The ingredients in this one is pretty similar. It's rice, cauliflower, garlic powder, egg. This one has mozzarella cheese in it as well. So that's kind of nice too. If you want to avoid the cheese, you can of course get the paleo. And then this one just has the cheese in it. So same thing, we like to post a lot of different pictures for you guys, get ideas on how to change it up and eat these crusts, but they are called Kara's crust. So these are kept in the back as well. So if you guys ever want them, we always have them available for you. Just let us know and we'll grab it because we keep them in the back here.
Yep, and then in our grab and go freezer, we always have salads and power balls. So 2 other healthy options. The salad is a Cobb.
Yep.
So what is in that, Mackenzie?
Yeah, so the Cobb salad, again, that's over in the grab and go. It just is a mixed greens. That one has chicken, bacon. They make a homemade chipotle ranch. It has eggs and cheese and onions on top as well. So that comes in the container, and we can always chop that up for you as well. So you can give that to us. We can chop it up, toss the dressing into it, and then you can take it with you. So those are definitely a popular option of something that we always carry. And then the power balls, another really good snack, just a grab and go, or if you're on your way heading somewhere. They have oats, peanut butter, coconut, flaxseed, chia seed, and then a few chocolate chips as well.
My kids love those.
Yes, they are
a good
awesome.
source of just carbs, like an after-school snack, something like that. They make it really good.
Good size, yeah, and there's 4 there, just like a small little circle if you haven't seen them before. 4 of them come in a pack, so I know some people maybe try and eat 1 or 2 and save 2 for later, but it's hard to do.
They are addicting, I'm sure.
And again, same thing with that, the macros are always on those products as well, so that's really great if you are trying to keep track of that. You can see what you're consuming.
Yep, and we always are willing to make substitutions. You guys, if you like a different type of fruit in your smoothie, or you want to use a different type of protein, or you want to try a different combination of things, Mackenzie and the ladies are so good about doing that. They're also here with their little pad. Do you have that pad you can show them, Mackenzie, where you can write down at the beginning of class what you'd like, and it will be ready for you waiting at the end of class. So if you're coming in a hurry, come in, just fill it out here, and we can have that ready and waiting for you at the end.
Yep, and that's it. It's usually just sitting right there with a pen for you. So I know I like that, you know, and same with the girls, just so things can be ready to roll for you. There's no waiting at all whenever you pre-order. So take advantage of that.
And the other thing we didn't even mention is coffee. I know we're getting into the summer month, but we do have coffee and it can be made fresh every day. We use Truvia if you want a sweetener. We have heavy cream, we have unsweetened almond milk. Several of our grinds, including the coffee grind, use coffee. So if you are a coffee drinker, come in, sit down at the table, enjoy your coffee, get some work done. We also have Bulletproof Coffee, which is a really good meal replacement if you're doing a ketogenic or low carb diet. So basically we combine with hot coffee some grass-fed Kerrygold butter, some of this MCT oil, and some collagen. So you're getting some good collagen peptides there. And then if you do like a sweeter coffee, we can add stevia to that. We blend it up, it's frothy, it's creamy, it's delicious. So Bulletproof Coffee, we can make that iced or hot. Our waffles are another really awesome product that we just recently added to the menu, and they're a great way to get some post-workout carbs in. It's a great grab-and-go option. So what do you put into the waffle?
Yes. So our waffles, they have oats, banana, eggs, a scoop of protein as well, which is great, vanilla, cinnamon, and a little bit of baking powder as well.
So very simple, clean ingredients. They're gluten-free, they're dairy-free, other than the whey protein, just to give them a little bit higher protein. And they come in a pack of 2 waffles. Each waffle is about 18 grams of carbs, 7 grams of protein, and 4 grams of fat. So a good snack for you. They're great for your kids. We heat them up in the morning, and they can even put a little bit of syrup on them. You can have chocolate chips if you like the chocolate chips in them. So that's another really quick, good grab-and-go option that we have available. We can't wait till we can meet up with people and just sit and have a grind or a cup of coffee again. So if you guys ever have questions, you can feel free to email me at jess@crossfitvitality.com or reach out to Mackenzie. You can direct message her through the grind on Instagram. But we're here to make sure you guys have the option that you want to best support you and your workout.
What's up, guys? My favorite grind is the muscle gain. All right, I like to go same style as Brent, half churro, half chocolate. I like the muscle gain because it's gonna get you jacked.
My favorite grind on the menu is the muscle gain. I always ask for a half scoop of chocolate and a half scoop of churro. And if you need a little pick-me-up, you can ask for some cold brew cubes to add to that.
Hey, my name's Justin, and I like to get the Ganassi grind probably about 2 to 3 times a week after I finish done training.
Hey guys, I am a huge coffee drinker, so if you were to ask me my favorite thing, I would probably say just hot coffee. But we recently just got in a new flavor of Ultima that is watermelon. So we make that into a slushie like we did with the blue one or the drink LMNT. So this is definitely my favorite right now, the watermelon electrolyte drink.
Okay guys, I am here with a lot of people. They have like a top 3 or top 5 customers. I like to think of this as like the bottom 3, bottom 5, and I have selected Andy Williamson to be my bottom 5.
Am I at the very bottom?
No,
Oh.
no. You're sniffing the bottom, but not at the very bottom.
Okay.
So I thought I'd include him since and I use his card on file all the time, so it's totally cool. But he's gonna talk about his favorite grind, I'm gonna talk about my favorite grind, and then we'll see who you agree with.
My favorite grind is when you've been working out really hard, you know, you've been getting after it. And
Which
you just
does
something-
not happen very
Right.
often. Maybe like once a month he'll enter that category, but continue.
Or if I do above a 68% effort. When I go above 68% effort, I need something to refresh me. So my favorite grind by far is the strawberry electrolytes. And I love it when it comes and they make it and it's just nothing but a solid piece of ice to where I can only get 2 sips out of it. It makes me happy. Go ahead, Steve, what's yours?
Now, before I tell you mine, that's pretty good, but I hope Jess is going to murder you now. This is great. Will you tell a story really quick? Do we have time for like a 30-second story, Philip?
Yeah, why
okay. When you came in with Nate and Justin Besser,
Yes.
and you left the building. Will you explain that workout really quick?
The running workout?
So he came in, Andy came in for a PT session. This was months ago when we were allowed to be open, but it's so good you have to hear it. Now, what was the actual workout?
Well, we did ski and some barbell piece, but then that was supposed to be over. You know how they mess the workout out and they don't tell you everything so you can't mentally prepare? So it's 5,000, 5,000, 5,000 or something like that, right? 5,000.
So it was supposed to be 5,000 meters in the rower,
Yeah.
5,000 meters in the skier, and then they were going to leave. They had vests on. They were going to leave for a 5,000 meter run.
Yeah.
How far did your run end up going?
More.
Yeah.
It's horrible. It went further, and then they didn't tell us about the vest, and we had to carry a dumb ball. By the time this happened, and we're all the way inside Poplar Trails, not even just going to Poplar Trails, we got to go in every finger and vein inside Poplar Trails. Like, I'm done. I hate it.
So that would qualify, like after that, he earned himself a grind. Okay, so that's probably the hardest workout and the only hard workout he's done in probably 6 months. Now, the actual #1 grind on this whole menu is the blueberry strudel. Hands down, it's got a little scoop of almond butter, the churro protein powder, it's got almond milk, and cauliflower.
Is that helps with the consistency?
Yes. So when you taste it, you're like, oh, it's got to have, like 17 bananas in it. No, 0 bananas, cauliflower. It's crazy.
Like it.
So I get that at least 3 times a week. If you've never tried it, you're gonna try it when you see this video, right?
Yeah.
Have you tried it?
I have. I didn't like it.
This will be the first and last time that Andy's ever on a video with me ever again. All right, guys. Have a great day.
Thanks.